Welcome again, Facebook friends. I want to welcome all my friends from United States, from Africa, from wherever you're watching. You are watching Get Healthy with Dr. Cooper. I am Dr. Cooper Dockery, board certified in internal medicine, and I've been practicing medicine for about 27 years right here in the Rio Grande Valley. Over the last several months, we have been connecting with you in your homes, on your phone, in your cars, with information that will inspire you to live a happy and healthy life. Last week, I had my Chef Edgar here. He did a fantastic job. I want to thank you so much for supporting him. And today, we have a very interesting topic for you. It's a silent killer, and the incidence is rising. I know you've heard about diabetes and hypertension and heart disease. But what about fatty liver disease? Have you heard about this disease? Well, today we're going to give you information on how to protect yourself from this silent killer and how to detect whether or not you have this disease. I have with me some very special guests. I have Dr. Salazar and I have Jose Matrier. Dr. Salazar is board certified in family practice medicine, and he practices in South Texas. Actually, Dr. Salazar was my classmate. We studied medicine together in the University of Montemorelos. We were always fighting to see who's going to get the #1 grade. But God blessed us, and we are working together. And of course, Mr. Matrier, he's a registered nurse, he's a health coach, he's very busy trying to change lives. So, what I want you to do today, right now, is to like and share our page. And if you have information, if you have comments, do not hesitate to write them, and we will answer them for you. So the topic today is fatty liver. Did you know that 100 million people in the United States have fatty liver? Why? And it is believed that in 2020, this disease is going to grow significantly. You don't want to have fatty liver. So I want you to stay tuned and listen to the information we have to share. So like and share and comment. Welcome again to Get Healthy with Dr. Cooper. I am Dr. Cooper Dockery. We're going to go to a break, and then I will bring you in to the live program with Dr. Salazar and Jose Matrier. Don't go away, share and like. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Cooper Dockery, board certified in internal medicine. I have been practicing medicine for about 27 years. Most of that time I have practiced the traditional way. Medication and medication, medication. However, despite all these fantastic drugs and great medicine, patients continue to die from their diseases or having complications, not because the drugs were not good, but we miss something very important. Many centuries ago, Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, "Let food be your medicine, medicine be your food." So I have changed my emphasis several years ago using food as medicine. At Cooper Wellness Center, we have now established a whole nutrition project where we have healthy organic meals, healthy organic juices. I want to welcome Chef Edgar, Executive Chef. Why don't you walk onto the stage here, Chef? How are you doing, Chef? Good, good.
Hello, everybody.
Tell them what we're doing here at Cooper Wellness Center.
Here at Cooper Wellness Center, we're doing amazing things and we're seeing amazing results. We're doing our meal preps, organic, fresh, delicious, and we're doing our juices, raw, organic, and fresh.
Nothing added, no sugar added.
No sugars, no water, all fruits and vegetables.
All natural. And we have specially blended these juices for specific diseases. So we want to reach out to you today. If you're sick and tired of medication, if you're sick and tired of doing everything the doctor says, but you're still not well, then where should they come?
They should come to the Cooper Wellness Center. It's amazing. We're seeing results. We're seeing patients get rid of their pills. And why? They're trading in for a juice.
That's right. So if you're living in the Rio Grande Valley, then you can find us at 3604 North McCall Road. You can also find us online at cooperwellnesscenter.com. You can even order your meals online. And we have lots of packages.
A lot of packages. You have to take advantage of these packages. You want meals, you want juices, you want protein balls, you want snacks. They're here at the Cooper Wellness Center. Everything's organic, everything is fresh. You have to come and try them out.
And doctor approved.
Yes, they are.
Specially made by the chefs to listen. We are here to let you feel better and live a longer life. So don't hesitate to find us, to walk over. The chef will cook you up hot meals if you want to have hot meals. And we are also catering.
Yes, we are. We're catering. We have different foods that we can cater. If you have an event and say, you know what, I'm tired of this fatty food, call us, get ready, and we'll set up an appointment and we'll be there catering your event.
So let food be your medicine. See us here at Cooper Wellness Center. Well, welcome back. I want to take the time to welcome those of you who are joining me. Today, the topic is fatty liver. I have Ingrid Hibbert. Welcome. I have Jonathan from Haiti. Welcome, Jonathan. Eduardo from Houston. Welcome. I want to welcome Martha from the Valley. Leroy Hogg, my cousin from England. You're staying up late to watch the show. Thank you, and like and share our page. Elizabeth Ubalde, thank you so much. You like my studio. Thank you. Agnes, you're always here. Thank you, Agnes. Maxine Lawrence, Junie, Martha again, thank you. Like and share our page. The topic today is quite important. It's fatty liver. Why is it that so many people are dying from fatty liver? Or why is it that so many people are having liver cirrhosis from fatty liver? So I'd like you to like and share the page. Now, let me welcome Dr. Salazar. Welcome, Waldo. And Jose, welcome. Now, I'm going to get in the middle of both of you right now. Let me get in the middle here. All right, guys. So we're talking about fatty liver. Now, I know in the break, Jose, we were talking about the incidence of fatty liver. How many people in the United States have fatty liver?
Right now, according to the NIH, or the National Institute on Health, in 2012, which is the latest numbers that I was able to find, there are 31% of American adults suffering from fatty liver disease.
That's about 100 million.
Yes.
More or less.
Yes.
And Dr. Salazar, people are wondering, what is fatty liver? And many times in my office, patients are there asking, what's fatty liver? What is fatty liver, doctor?
Well, in simple terms, fatty liver means that fat has access into the cell itself.
That's right.
Which is going to affect the function of the cells or the liver.
That's right.
Entirely.
So it's just extra fat, excessive amount of fat deposited in the liver cells, right? Mm-hmm. So the liver usually become larger, right?
Yes.
And some patients are not aware that they have this disease. So tell me, doctor, are there symptoms of fatty liver?
Basically, we don't see many symptoms at the beginning, but if the problem advances, then the person may feel tired, lack of energy,
right.
And sometimes they go to the doctor and they check some lab tests, and they find some parameters which are abnormal, like the liver enzymes, especially those. Because the problem comes associated with some other problems, then the sugar may be high as well,
right.
And there may be thyroid problems. People with obesity, diabetes,
right,
sleep apnea, those things come associated with fatty
liver. You know, you might be wondering, where is the liver? You know, what is the liver? Why do we have the liver? Let's talk about that first. Now, why do we need our livers? Tell me, you mentioned something earlier on about the liver, right? Talk about why do we need the liver?
Okay, the liver is very important. And the reason why I feel we need it is because it's like a factory.
Uh-huh.
And it has so many functions. And amongst those functions, and the most known function, I think, is it's in where it helps digest with our digestive system. But that's just one. I mean, through the bile, which is stored and then sent into the small intestine,
Right.
okay, to help with digestion. That's one of the things. But then I understand that it also produces these proteins that are very important for blood clotting.
That's
In
right.
case we have, a
Edible,
cut,
yes,
an
right.
injury, and also it helps in the production of cholesterol.
So the liver has many functions,
Many
right?
functions.
So we have what we call the liver detoxes the body. We have to
Yes.
remember that. It detoxifies and then it helps in digestion, right?
Yes.
Do you want to add any other function? We have so many functions. We're only going to list a few. Any other function?
Well, I can add on the production of complement, which is something that people do not hear much about it, but it's a system that really aids the immune system. So the
Right.
proteins that are needed are produced
Right
in
there
the
in the
liver.
liver. But let's keep it simple,
Mhm.
right? So we need the liver when we're consuming just about anything.
Yes.
So if we're consuming sugar, we need the liver to help with the digestion of that sugar and storing the sugar. Sugar, excessive sugar is stored where in the liver as starch, glycogen, right? And then, of course, the liver digests fat. It produces bile, and bile is stored in the gallbladder. Let's look where
Gallbladder.
exactly the liver is. So I have this. Let's see if the camera graphic can bring this up so we can look at the liver. So now this is the body. These are the lungs. This here is the liver. The liver is the largest organ in the body, apart from the skin. And the weight varies. It's about 1 kilo to 1.5 kilo. So this is the liver. I'm going to take the liver out. Let's take it out from underneath the lung. So we have the liver right here. This is the stomach. Now, so this is the liver. We have two main lobes. We have this lobe, which is the larger lobe, is on the right side. And then we have the smaller lobe on the left. Now, we turn this around here. And this is the gallbladder right here. So when the bile is produced in the liver, the bile is stored here and get poured out in the small intestine to digest fat, right? But sometimes we have a problem here when stones are produced. Then we have blood going to the liver. We have hepatic artery, right? They take 20% of the blood. And then we have the portal vein. So the portal vein will take blood that is rich in nutrient coming from the pancreas, coming from the stomach, coming from the
Bowels.
the bowels. That's right. And then that food get digested into the liver. So this is the liver, and the liver is smooth. But now when we have fatty liver, what happened? What happened when we have fatty liver? Let's put it right here while we continue to talk.
Well, it's covered by at least an extra 5 to 10% of fat.
Right. So we have a picture here. Can we put this on the screen? The fatty liver, you're going to see how the liver becomes a little larger and more or less yellow because of the fat. So here we go. So I'm going to go to the side here. So here you can see this is very smooth, right? And then what do you see here? Look at all the fat. So patients who are overweight, patients who are diabetic, patients who have high cholesterol are the ones to have this problem. Dr. Salazar, in your practice, what percentage of patients do you say you see with fatty liver here in the Rio Grande Valley?
Maybe more than 50%.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah. According to the World Health Organization, the percentage of diabetics, type 2 diabetics, has an 80 to 90% of fatty liver disease. And we're talking about non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And it's very interesting how this is a disease that was mostly known for alcoholics having it.
Right.
But now we're talking about, and this is our concern, we're talking about now this is overshadowing the alcoholic disease.
Right. Because the one we are talking about, we're emphasizing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or the other name is called non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, right? So we're talking about the disease of the liver that is not related to alcohol. So we're talking about now patients that are at risk. Who are at risk for fatty liver? Dr. Salazar.
Before we go to that, I wanted to add something
Go
because
ahead.
it tells us about the importance of the liver, how delicate it is if you compare it with the kidney, for example, because it is more exposed.
Right.
Even it's a compact organ, is very delicate because it can easily break.
That's right.
For that reason, is well protected behind the
rib
rib
cage.
cage. So, and then if it malfunctions, in which it reaches to the stage of fulminant
Inflammation.
hepatitis,
yes.
then there is no
cure.
dialysis for that.
That's right.
You can gain some time with the kidneys while you get a transplant, but for the liver, that is not the case.
Guys, you do hear what Dr. Salazar said? He made a very important point that the liver is important, the kidney is important. However, with the kidneys, you can probably be on dialysis. I have many patients on dialysis and they live for years. Now with the liver, if the liver fails, that's it. There is no form of dialysis to remove the toxins or to help with the function of the liver, so the patient will die. And that is why it's a silent killer. But we want to empower you to prevent this disease. How are you going to do that? By sticking to the end of the program. You're going to listen to everything we have to say because we have a lot to say in this hour. So I'd like you to like and share the page and do make your comments, because we are here as a team to empower you to stop fatty liver. We're going to go to a short break. We'll be right back. So here we are at Cooper Wellness Center. We have delicious juices prepared just for you, specially blended for your medical problems. For example, I have in my hand hibiscus chia goodness. Now, did you know that hibiscus plant has a chemical that is equivalent of one of the blood pressure medication, captopril, benazepril, zestril? So if you were to take a glass of hibiscus chia goodness a day, you can see the benefit in your blood pressure. So come along to Cooper Wellness Center and get this delicious juice for your blood pressure. And then I have another one here. This is liquid energy. Believe me, if you're tired, if you're fatigued, just come over. This has specially blended chia seeds, carrot, lemon, oranges. There are many health benefits from here. We have vitamin A, we have fiber, we have beta carotene, which helps to fight cancer. So these juices are specially blended. Just come in and ask us, let us know what your medical problem is, and we will serve you up one of these fantastic juices. And then many people have heard about the green juice, green power, kale. Kale is one of the cancer-fighting vegetables. It has vitamin A, it has beta-carotenoid, it has fiber, antioxidant, good for your health. It will boost your immune system, and most importantly, you can lose weight and you can prevent cancer with one of our juices. And then let me move on. This is Aloha. Aloha has pineapple. Pineapple has vitamin C. Vitamin C is good for cancer. It also has aloe vera. Aloe vera has a lot of fiber. It will help you to prevent constipation. So come over and get one of our Aloha. And then I have here Hunger Buster. I tell you, people are going crazy with this one. It has chia seed, beets, it has carrot, Beets are very good for blood pressure. Beet has nitric oxide. Beet has vitamin A, beta carotenoid, which is going to prevent cancer. The nitric oxide is going to lower your blood pressure. It's good for your heart. What else can you ask for? Come over. And then I have in my hand here Revitalizer. This is specially blended with carrot and various fruits to increase your immune system. Come over. If you're tired of getting colds or tired of getting sick, come and get a Revitalizer and you can live again. And then in my hand, I have spicy greens. Spicy greens specially blended with lemon green apple. Lots of fiber, lots of vitamin C. This can help boost your immune system and also help in constipation, as well as lower your blood pressure. And one of our best-selling juices, this is our Turmeric Sunrise. You must have heard about turmeric. Turmeric is that fantastic herb or plant used in Asia. Turmeric is great for inflammation, for joint pain. Turmeric also is good for building your immune system. Turmeric has a lot of magical qualities. So come over and try our Turmeric Sunrise. And then finally, heart vitality. Heart disease is the #1 disease causing death in the world. But did you know that you can prevent heart disease with food? So here we have beet, heart vitality. Beet has nitric oxide. Nitric oxide dilates your blood vessel and lower your blood pressure and get more blood to your heart. This is fantastic to prevent heart disease. Come over and enjoy one of these juices if you have any disease. We'll see you at Cooper Wellness Center. Well, if you're just joining us, we are discussing fatty liver, and you're watching Get Health with Dr. Cooper. I want to take the time to welcome some of you who have just joined us. Glenroy Murray, Minnie Carnes, Perla Nieto, welcome. I want to welcome Sharon Lance, Paula Chang, Dr. Diane Thompson. I want to welcome Jacinto Flores, Ricardo Rose, my mother Cynthia Ferguson, my daughter Donnell Nelson, my husband. I want to welcome Lionel, Suzanne Salazar, Kay. I mean, there's so many of you. Just like and share the page. We're discussing fatty liver disease. It's becoming an epidemic. It's a silent killer. There are 100 million people with fatty liver. I have Dr. Salazar here with me. He's board certified in family practice. And I have Jose Matrier, an RN. Jose, you had some comment after the break. You were discussing the risk factors for fatty liver. Why don't you go ahead and discuss that?
Yes, that is correct. I mean, there are many risk factors, and some of them you might not even think of. For example, if you're a female, you are at a higher risk of suffering from fatty liver. If you are of Hispanic descent, you are also considered to be in the risk factor. Also, those of you that like sugary drinks, be it juice or be it soda,
That's
just
right.
one sugary drink a day is enough to put you on the high risk category for
fatty liver. What about those with high cholesterol, high triglyceride? These are risk factors.
That's correct. Also, if you are, like we said before, if you are obese, which is, let's try to define obese, your body mass index, if it's over 30.
That's right.
Okay, you would be considered obese. Or if you are
overweight,
maybe 25 to 30 pounds over your
ideal body weight.
Ideal body weight would be according to your height. Then you are considered obese. You would be a very high risk factor for fatty liver.
So guys, if you have diabetes type 2, then you're risk factor. You're at high risk for getting the disease.
Like 90%?
90%. If you're overweight, if you're obese, you're at risk. If you have high cholesterol, you're at risk. Dr. Salazar, you had something to mention in the break. Go ahead, Doc.
Well, we were talking about the progression of fatty liver disease to other stages.
That's right.
Because fatty liver disease, as we mentioned, may not give you much of a problem.
Right.
But if you find that your liver is showing enzymes more than the normal in your profile, your lipid profile and your metabolic profile, then that means that your cells are already spilling that enzyme because the membranes are already suffering.
That's right. Doctor, how do we diagnose fatty liver? Patients might be wondering, how do we diagnose this disease? Because as we mentioned, it's a silent killer. So there are not many symptoms. But tell me, how do we usually diagnose them?
Okay, we start by seeing those features that he already mentioned, the risk factors.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the lab, we see increased ALT, which is the main enzyme that is spilled by the liver when there is fatty liver disease.
So the blood test, certain blood tests might be abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor might say your liver enzymes are high. What else?
Then after that, if you determine that it is not caused by a virus like hepatitis B or C, then which is most of the cases not the problem.
Right.
So you go for some
sonograms,
which will show some changes that they do not absolutely tell you, but they will show some signs that they will suggest that you have fatty liver disease.
Right.
The final diagnosis, which is not really something that we do on a routine basis, is the liver biopsy.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to go for that if you have the other things already present.
Right. So first of all, you might go to the doctor, you might have your yearly exam, and the blood test is abnormal. The doctor say your liver enzymes are high, and I need to do further studies. I need to check to see if you have an infection, or if you're on certain medication that could affect the liver. And then the doctor will then do a sonogram to see if the liver is enlarged or if there are changes suggestive of fatty liver. Now, you mentioned the progression from normal to fatty into what else?
Basically, what we call steatohepatitis.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, some fibers may start forming in the net of the cells.
Right.
Therefore, we will be talking now about a problem that might not be reversible.
That's the liver cirrhosis.
Yes.
Can we put on that picture of the cirrhosis of the liver? So then we have normal, we have fat, and then, as you say, there might be now degenerative changes in the cells of the liver, and we now have this, liver cirrhosis. All right? Talk a little bit about this.
Once this happens, the circulation in the liver is no longer the same.
Mm-hmm.
There is a special circulation system that has to go through the liver. It's the portal system.
Mm-hmm.
That gathers all the nutrients from the digestive system,
right.
And it has to pass through the liver for the liver to make its job.
Right, to do
Meaning,
its job.
like if some toxins will pass through the liver, then if it reaches to this point, then the liver is no longer able to detoxify the body.
Right.
Or if you ingest some medicines, then they will accumulate in your system and they may be toxic as well.
Right. What are some of the symptoms we see at this stage? We said, remember, that fatty liver, the initial stage might be silent, no symptoms. Patient might have some discomfort, the liver might be enlarged, but no real symptoms. Now, at this stage, I have patients that are now at this stage. This is irreversible. What are some of the signs and symptoms that patients should look for?
One important sign that people should look is to see the enlargement of the abdominal girth, because fluid accumulates in the abdominal cavity because it's not longer moving.
Right.
Then they will have to watch for
Right.
that. We call it ascites.
Ascites. And
It's
swelling of the
swelling of the
extremities,
extremities and
tiredness, fatigue.
yellowish of the eyes, and if they develop varicose veins in the
this-
esophagus, they can also bleed and vomit blood, which is really a dangerous situation.
Right.
And then if the toxins accumulate in the system, then the brain will suffer also. The person will feel like numb and
Drowsy and
not able to
slow, not
concentrate,
alert, and
sleepy.
may have seizure. And from this liver cirrhosis, the patients can have cancer of the liver.
Yes, with alcoholic cirrhosis, it is clearly identified that it can cause cancer. However, there are still some
It's not clear.
studies that are on its way to demonstrate that also the cirrhosis that happens with obesity might be ending in the same
Right.
problem.
So, guys, we want you to live a happy and long life. That is why we're here to educate you on this topic. Liver cirrhosis coming from fatty liver. Fatty liver is preventable. Usually in this program, we try to give you information to live a happy and healthy life. It is preventable. The most common cause of fatty liver is actually the food you put in your mouth. The food is going to cause fat to accumulate, whether it's going to be you getting obese or you're going to have fat in your abdominal area and in some of the organs such as the liver. I'm going to take some time to see if I can welcome some of you that are now joining. Fina, welcome. Eduardo, Edgar, my chef is on line here. Edgar, thank you. Lillian from the Philippines, thank you. Cynthia Brown, my aunt, I want to thank you. Dennis, sir, we grew up together many years ago in Jamaica. Welcome. Leroy, you're there. Welcome. Like, share, and ask questions. We're here to answer your question. Yaz Maldo, thank you for joining us. Guys, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back and discuss some of the foods that will lead to fatty liver, and then how you can prevent fatty liver. If you think you might have fatty liver and you have questions for the doctors here, then put a comment and we will answer you. Let's take a very short break as we move over to the food that will cause fatty liver.
Hello everybody, how you doing? Chef Edgar here from the Cooper Wellness Center. I just want to give you a little insight to what's been going on here at the Cooper Wellness Center for the past month. If you haven't heard, you've probably seen I've lost weight, 15 pounds and more. How? How did I do that? Very easy. Meal preps and juices. Why waste your time cooking every single day when you could get the meals here? They're ready to go, they're nutritious, and the juices are fantastic. That's my secret to losing weight. I do my walking, I do my running, but my meal preps, I get the vitamins I need the nutrition I need, and they fill me up. That's how I've been losing weight, quick. In 1 month, 15 pounds. They might say that's a little extreme, but my body was extreme. But now I've been losing 15 pounds and more, and I love it. Why? I've told my wife, I've even become a little bit more flexible. I could touch my toes now. Before, when I was eating all that junk food, all that fats, I wasn't very flexible. I had a hard time breathing. I had a hard time putting on my clothes. Now, I feel like brand new. I want you to try the same thing as well. Why? Because it's better for you. It's a very healthier life for you. And you gotta try it out. Come to the Cooper Wellness Center. You enjoy it. The juices are fantastic. They're fresh. They're made every day. You gotta come quick because everybody's coming and buying them. They're flying off the shelves. Our meals, they're made fresh. If you want them warm and hot, call us and we'll have it ready for you. But here at the Cooper Wellness Center, that's what we focus on. Lifestyle, changing everything, and using food as medicine. So I'll be here, Chef Edgar. We'll be here to answer any questions you have. I lost all this weight. I want you to lose it as well. Now I have to buy new clothes, and that's perfect with me. If I don't have to buy larger clothes, That's okay. I went from a extra large, I'm back to a medium, and I want you to do it as well.
All right, guys, I want to welcome those that have just joined us. I have a friend here from Haiti. Welcome. That's Kinney. I want to welcome again Curtis Brooks for joining us. I want to welcome Lady Browning. And I have a question from Perla. Perla is asking me, how can the liver be healed from liver cirrhosis? Now, if you're in the first stage of fatty liver disease, then reducing your weight by 3 to 5% can really reduce or reverse your disease. If you're eating unhealthy diet, then changing to a healthier diet will also heal the liver. So it's really a lifestyle disease. Remember, there are no cure, no treatment for fatty liver. However, changing lifestyle will heal the liver. Alrighty, so we're here beside this SAD, is it SAD diet?
SAD diet.
And then tell me, what does SAD mean here?
Okay, SAD just simply means Standard American Diet. So those of you that said, I don't meet these high risk factors that we mentioned before, well, if you are consuming the Standard American Diet or the SAD diet, you are now 100% at risk
for getting fatty
liver.
Liver cirrhosis, liver failure,
That's right.
and maybe liver cancer.
That's
so
right.
What do we have here? We have bread, white flour. White flour is processed. It is filled with carbohydrates. Carbohydrates will increase your weight, and weight is a problem. You start storing fat that will destroy the liver. What else do we have here? Tell me, Jose, what is this? High fructose corn syrup.
Mm-hmm. And you know what, Dr. Cooper, we have to be very careful because high fructose corn syrup is in so many products that we may think that are not in, but that's why we have to read the labels.
You must read the label. Yes. And if it has high fructose corn syrup, then you're increasing your risk not only for fatty liver, but for diabetes, for hypertension, for heart disease, and for so many diseases.
Exactly.
So read the label, and if you see high fructose corn syrup, run away.
That's
all
right.
righty?
Avoid it like the plague.
There you go. And what about sodas? Tell me, what's the danger here?
Okay, more sugar. There are statistics that just one, I think I mentioned before, just one drink a day. I knew as a personal trainer and wellness coach that Dr. Cooper, this one drink every day, okay? Be it the brand that you may,
any
brand. You will put at the end of the year like about 12 pounds of excess fat around your waistline. But in addition to that, we've now found out that it is also putting you in that very high risk category for fatty liver.
Fatty liver, for diabetes, for heart disease. Come on, guys.
Once
you start gaining weight, you're at risk for so many diseases. Now, we have here salad dressing. You know, in my wellness center, we try to make our own salad dressing because what's the problem here? Fat and fat and fat.
That's right. And also, if you check, most salad dressing will contain high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So that is poison. Guys, listen. High fructose corn syrup is poisonous for health. Take it from me. What about this processed food here? Come on.
Well, you know what they say, we are what we eat. And like I said, if we consume any of this on a regular basis, not only are we going to gain the weight, and not only are we going to be hungry, constantly hungry.
There you go.
Because it's non-nutrient dense.
It's non-nutrient dense, not a lot of fiber.
That's right.
But a lot of sugar, salt, and calories.
That's right.
We have to measure our calories because over-consuming the calories is going to lead to weight gain and all the problems. No, I have
one interesting thing about that is that because they have fat, the fat makes it palatable.
Oh,
Means
yes.
that you will like it and
Want to
you
eat
will
more.
not stop
You
so
will want
easily.
more.
That's right. So you have to be very careful with this processed food. Now I have this. What's in here? Now, guys,
Okay,
tell me.
they look like gummies.
They're gummies and they have sugar and probably high
Very high.
fructose corn
That's
syrup.
right. That's
So
right.
consuming too much of this, meaning that you're going to gain weight and you're going to have problems. Man, this is so dangerous. What's that? Can somebody talk about these
Okay, here we
hot
have
dogs? Tell me.
hot dogs. Nitrates, okay, along with many other things. Also, it actually is from the part of the meat that,
It's fatty.
yes, very fat.
Right,
Very
so
fat.
lots of fat, very calorie dense.
Yes.
That means you're going to gain weight, but not only that. Jose mentioned nitrites and nitrates. This is a class 1 carcinogen.
That's right.
This will increase your risk for cancer of any type. So I want you to stay away from anything that's on this table. And if you have problems staying away, start thinking about your health and start reducing the consumption of these products if you want to live a long and healthy life. Gentlemen, anything before we come up with the
Some
treatment?
people get attracted to this because they think that it is rich in proteins, but it is more fat and starch than anything else.
Did you hear that? Lots of fat. Don't worry about protein, because if you consume lots of plants, fruits and vegetable nuts and seeds and whole grains, you will get enough healthy protein that will not put you at risk for fatty liver disease. Anything else before we take a short break?
Speaking about protein, basically the average adult just basically needs around 7 regular size almonds, like between 7 and 10, and you have enough protein for the day.
Well, in a regular average size adult, you need 60 grams of protein. So if you were to eat a serving of broccoli, a serving of nuts, a serving of any whole grain, and some beans, you will be healthy, because black beans, 1 cup of black bean will give you 40 grams of protein. That's almost the daily need.
Wow.
A female regular size needs 45 grams a day of protein. A male normal size, 60 grams. So you add that all together. Get yourself some black beans, get yourself some brown rice, some broccoli, and some nuts. You'll have enough. So don't worry about protein. If you eat healthily, you will have enough protein. Guys, let's take a short break, and we'll return to discuss how do you treat and how do you prevent fatty liver and liver cirrhosis. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Hello, my name is Freddy Peralta, and I just want to share with you something that changed my life in 4 months. For about 30 years, I was taking blood pressure medicine every day, every morning, and then I decided I need a change of my life, and I came in contact with Dr. Cooper, and from that moment, everything changed. How I changed? It changed very easily. I start a program and where they talk about nutrition, when they teach you about food, and they do demonstration about how you can cook healthy food in your house, and how can you prepare, food as a medicine. Then after that, start doing exercise with a focus. Then the center start not only doing demonstration about food, but also selling foods. And then I start eating the food that I prepare over here. Then it came the juices, and because every juice is focused on a specific healthy problem, so I start looking for juices about blood pressure, like hibiscus, the bees, and something like that. So what I need to tell you that in 4 months I changed my life. I did it. It wasn't something spectacular. It was something simple. I did it. You can do it. It's very simple. Change your lifestyle.
Well, welcome back. You're watching Get Health with Dr. Cooper, and we're discussing another silent killer. 100 million people in the United States have this disease. It's called fatty liver disease. That is sometimes without symptoms. This can lead to liver cirrhosis, liver failure, and death. I want to take the time to welcome my cousin Pauline Hogg from England. Thank you, Pauline, for staying up to be watching our show. My cousin Florida, Marcia Delvis, thank you. Please like and share. Curtis Brooks, let's see if you have a question. Plastic has also been found in Fritos. Okay, all right, guys, so you should not be eating Fritos. Freddie Peralta, welcome. Hel Carpio, I want to welcome you. The chef is on again. Thank you, chef. All of you that are watching, thank you for watching. And please like, share, ask question, please, and make comments. And please follow us on Facebook and YouTube as well. All right, so we just discussed foods that places you at risk for fatty liver. And now I need to tell you, how can you prevent? How can you cure? How can you protect your body against fatty liver? Now we have some great things right here in front of me. All right, Dr. Salazar. So what do we have here, Doc?
We have green vegetables, cucumber, broccoli, and
right. Green leafy vegetables, broccoli, and all of this. Now, you all know that these green leafy vegetables will detoxify the body. We also know that these are high in various nutrients. And therefore, if you really want to heal your bodies, you need to consume more of this and less of the processed food and the sugars. All right. We also discussed that food high in fat will place you at risk for this problem, fatty liver. So what do we have here? Let's put this on this side. We have nuts. These nuts are high in what fat? Good fat, omega-3.
Omega-3s, exactly.
We have avocado, very delicious and high in good fats, no cholesterol, and therefore will not put you at risk for fatty liver. I have a natural supplement here. It's called milk thistle. Many times we as physicians will suggest that patients take this for their fatty liver, liver cirrhosis. It's not going to cure anything, but it might protect the cells. On this side, I have some anti-inflammatory foods. We have garlic. Everybody knows about the health benefit of garlic. Onions are great anti-inflammatory vegetables. And then we have turmeric or curcumin. This is a root that is fabulous. A lot of health benefit. This here, curry or the powdered turmeric is also used. You can use this in your meals to prepare various dishes. And if you're living here in the Rio Grande Valley, we have a fantastic, delicious juice that we make right here at Cooper Wellness Center. It's called Turmeric Sunrise. It has lots of vitamin, lots of mineral, and will help to protect your liver from liver cirrhosis. Jose, you do counsel a lot of patients with this problem. What do you tell them about all these healthy foods here?
Okay, definitely this is the food that you want to consume. You want to consume as many greens as possible. You can make them in smoothie, but I prefer to eat them in salads.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Avocados, excellent. I mean, as we know, since 1960, the avocado not only is good fat to increase your good cholesterol levels, but also decreases your bad cholesterol levels. Now, one thing that I do want to mention that you may want to stay away from, okay, because sometimes we think, I have fatty liver, okay, now what can I take? In this case, you want to think more, what can you put out or take out, okay, or eliminate, okay? And one of the things that I want to mention that they may want to avoid, Dr. Cooper, is conventional peanuts. Okay, conventional peanuts, the problem with them is that they are they will tend to cause inflammation. Okay, and they're rich in omega-6. Okay, versus omega-3.
3.
Okay, so it's instead of helping disinflame, it's actually going to inflame. So you want to stay away, but many people are allergic to peanuts anyway.
Right.
Also, another thing that you may want to avoid is, I know people love it, corn, corn on the cob. The reason why you want to avoid most corn and corn products is here in the United States, over 90% of our corn is GMO, genetically modified. And also about 85 to 90% of soy products here, produced here in the United States, is GMO.
So you have to read the labels and stay from these GMOs, because we don't know what health risk we're having.
And another thing, of course, that we want to avoid is just sugar, and like we mentioned before, we want to avoid high processed foods. Now, if you start consuming this, if you start an exercise program, okay, if you get enough sleep, if you drink plenty of water, okay, if you get enough sunshine every day, okay, which we also have an epidemic with low levels of vitamin D levels, okay, you should start seeing reversal of fatty liver very quickly.
That's right. So taking a holistic approach to health.
That is correct.
That is important. So changing your diet, eating more of the good food, eating more of the natural food, the green, the various colored raw vegetables, that's important. The healthy fats, omega-3s, very important. And the anti-inflammatory foods, very important. Remember to get enough rest. And as you mentioned, enough water. Manage your stress well. And remember that you have a greater power that will give you the ability to change your lifestyle. I know changing habits, it's really difficult. But you must rely on the Lord, and He will give you the strength. Now, somebody mentioned here, Richard Garcia, that in Europe, they're more successful in removing harmful ingredients that will cause fatty liver, but in the United States, we're not. Why is this so? I don't know. And then Leroy said, thanks, I will stop eating normal peanut and I'll turn to cashew, okay? Is cashew not okay? Is Aspen? I think cashew, that's okay. Cashew's good. Melinda Brown, you have just joined us. I want to welcome you. And all of you that are on, welcome. We are discussing fatty liver, how to prevent fatty liver, and if you have fatty liver, how to reverse fatty liver. Remember, we say that currently there are no treatments, right, for fatty liver.
That is correct.
So therefore,
lifestyle.
No medications.
No medication.
This is the treatment.
Thank you so much, Dr. Salazar. No medication at this time for fatty liver, but this is the treatment, lifestyle modification.
Because really what causes fatty liver in the first place is our lifestyle.
That's true.
That's what it comes down to. As we said in the beginning, what we put in our mouth, everything has to be processed through the liver.
Right.
So if that's the case, then if we're more careful now with what we put in our mouth, we are going to start.
We'll keep the liver healthy.
That's right.
That's
healthy
right.
and happy and healthy.
That's right. So apart from our diet, let's remember to exercise. If you exercise regularly, at least 30 minutes every day or at least 60 a week, then you're on your way to maintaining good health. If you're overweight and you want to lose weight, then you need to exercise for at least 1 hour a day. Guys, as we close, anything last minute we forgot? Dr. Salazar.
Even if you choose this kind of food, you need to watch on the starch intake.
Yes.
Because even appears to be natural, for example, if you eat too many fruits, which is plenty of sugar, may also convert into fat in your own liver.
Right. You must balance everything in moderation. Don't overeat, don't overconsume, because if you're consuming excess calories, you're going to store that as fat. and fat will get deposited in your liver. So guys, as we close off, I want to thank you so much for watching. And if you joined us when we're ending right now, go back and watch the replay. And if you think this information is vital, then share. Share with all your inner circles, with all your friends. They need to be educated as well. And remember, we're here every Sunday at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to learn how to live healthy, what foods to consume, I have a couple books on the market. Get Healthy for Life is on the market. 14 Days to Amazing Health and Incredibly Delicious Vegan. There I have over 100 plant-based delicious recipes for you to follow. You can find all these books on Amazon or on my website, www.drdonnercooper.com. Remember, in all you do, whatever you eat or drink, do all to the glory of God, and you will live a happy and healthy life. Any last minute words from you guys?
Well, just I'm very glad that you brought up the subject because it's an epidemic that's affecting a lot of people. And like we said, there are no symptoms in the beginning.
Right.
So awareness is what we wanted to bring today, and I'm glad that we were able to do that.
And thank you so much for Jose for coming,
thank
Dr.
you for having
Salazar.
me.
It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you for the
And I
invitation.
hope to see you guys again very soon. Thank you. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.